Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check. Check. One two 1 2.
ready when you are.
Please stand for the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good evening and welcome to tonight's town board meeting. It is Tuesday, October 15th, 2019. First item on our agenda, the supervisor's report. Purchase order 1441906, concrete curb and culvert repair work. This work has to do with Westlake Drive. We are happy to say that job is progressing, whether the drainage work and the eventual new blacktop will be installed. So there'll be curbing on the east side of Westlake Drive and culvert work. This is an existing contract we were able to work off of, piggyback off of to save money. I'll give you the total cost here. The contractor is Landy. Total cost is $100,000.
Move for approval, please.
Motion by Ms. Smalley,
Second?
second by Ms. Hagedis. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item has to do with our Commerce Street pump station. This is a replacement of expansion joints on the pumps, and while the pumps are removed, they are going to be rebuilt. Total cost for all this work, $27,770. Water is expensive.
Move for approval.
Motion by Mr. DiPaolo,
Second.
second by Ms. Smalley. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item is authorization to sign the New York State Municipal Snow and Ice Agreement. I believe this one goes to from 2019 to 2024. It's usually every year, and it's usually a year behind. So this is a way for us to be a little bit ahead. So this authorization allows me to sign the new snow and ice agreement.
Move for approval, please.
Motion by Ms. Smalley,
Second.
by Ms. Hagedis. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item is authorization to adopt the town of Mount Pleasant drug and alcohol testing policy for CDL and non-CDL drivers. This is basically to cover anyone who basically drives a town vehicle. This is something that'll be added into our employee handbook once approved, and we think it's a good thing to have.
Move for approval, please.
Motion by Ms. Hagedis,
Second.
second by Mr. DiPaolo. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item is authorization to correct the tax bill, school tax bill for 147 Beekman Avenue in Sleepy Hollow. School tax bill to include a basic star. Property owner has passed away, and basic star exemption was not removed timely as per the assessor attached correspondence. So this will correct the tax bill for this property 115.11-1-31.
Move for approval, please.
Motion by Ms. Smalley,
Second.
second by Mr. DiPaolo. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Authorization to hire Miss Sierra Champagne, I guess, as permanent part-time intermediate clerk effective September 10th, 2019. She has, the current rate of pay is $12 an hour for the balance of the year for 2018. 16 weeks at halftime would cost $3,360. 16 weeks, 17.5 hours at $12, $3,360. The assessor would appreciate the board to authorize continuation of this position through the end of the year.
I think that's a good idea. Move for approval, please.
Motion by Ms. Smoley,
Second.
second by Ms. Haggis. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Authorization to reassign Christopher Madera as full-time recreation assistant effective September 25th, 2019. Salary as per 2019 CSEA contract. At the September 24th meeting, the board and the Recreation and Parks Superintendent requested the approval to hire Chris Madera as a full-time recreation assistant effective September 25th, 2019, starting at grade 1, step 2. The request should have been to start him at grade 1, step 1. Grade 1, step 1, $39,119 in order to be consistent with standard practice authorization. It is requested to start Chris on grade 1, step 1, effective September 25th, 2019.
Move for approval.
Motion by Mr. DiPaolo,
Second.
second by Ms. Haggis. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Our investment report, current rate of interest is 2%. Current CD rate of interest, 2.15%. We now move on to our town clerk's report.
Business from
Oh, business from
sorry.
the floor.
I didn't see the line here. Business on the floor. Anyone wish to address the board is welcome to do so at this time. Being there are no speakers, I will move on to the town clerk's report.
I'll talk after all. Town Clerk's Agenda, October 15th, 2019, Town Board Meeting. Received Supervisor and Registrar's Report, September 2019. Received Building Department Report, September 2019. Received Mount Pleasant Public Library Board Minutes, August 19, 2019. Received the following fire district budgets for 2020. Hawthorne, Pleasantville, Thornwood, and Valhalla. 3 Planning Board resolutions. Aquest Development Company, LLC, subdivision approval. Aquest Development Company, LLC, secret negative declaration. Aquest Development Company, LLC, site plan approval. 5 Zoning Board resolutions. Alan N. June Matano, Michael Lynch, Deborah and Stephen Pyrus, Bato Joka, Susan Ortiz. 25 sanctuaries, and 62 small claim assessments. That's it for tonight.
Item G and H will be referred to our town attorney. Moving on to our council reports, Councilman DiPaolo.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. Good evening to the public. On behalf of the Comptroller's Office, this evening we have one item on the agenda, and that is authorization to amend Purchase Order 131-19-01. This is to amend the purchase order. We're increasing the request from the original purchase order to design different checks for some different funds that we have. So there's been an increase to that quote, about $1,500 increase, 3 different check designs. So the total amount, the vendor is Tyler Technologies, and the total amount is $1,500. So there's an amendment to, again, the original purchase order for those checks. It should be noted that there is a $500 reimbursement from the library. Move for approval.
Motion by Mr. DiPaolo,
Second.
second by Ms. Haggis. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Moving on to Councilman Saliano. He could not be with us tonight. Mr. DiPaolo, will you be able to
Sure.
take that on?
Sure. On behalf of the Police Department and Chief Oliva, there are 3 items on the agenda this evening. The first is for purchase order number 30-19-48. And this is for the purchase of a variety of different surveillance equipment. Everything from some cameras, cables, different lens, illuminators, power supplies. The vendor is GSS. They're from Virginia, and the total cost is $3,447.30. Move for approval.
Motion by Mr. DiPaolo,
Second.
second by Ms. Smalley. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
The second item on the agenda is for purchase order number 30-19-49, and this is to purchase the remaining LED fixtures that were not installed during the first round a couple of years ago. I believe we're replacing as the existing ones sort of run out and die off. So.
These are the post-top lights. They're different than our street lights.
Right, so they're different from the streetlights and post-top lights. I believe there's 12 of them at $395.60 each, and that's a total of $4,747.20. This is, the vendor is Light Concepts Ltd. Move for approval.
Motion by Mr. DiPaolo,
Second.
second by Ms. Haggis. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
And the third item for the police department tonight is a request to dispose of 2 police mobile radios. Both of these units are discontinued and not economical to repair. The first is a Motorola model and the second a Kenwood model. So I would move to authorize disposing of these obsolete radios.
Motion by Mr. DiPaolo,
Second.
second by Ms. Smalley. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. Councilwoman Smalley.
Good evening. My report is from Parks and Recreation. There are 2 items this evening. The first is purchase order 70-19-29, and this is to prepare and paint the Valhalla flagpoles, which are in the green down in the village. The total cost is $2,400. The vendor is A.G. Williams Painting of Pelham, New York. Move for approval, please.
Motion by Ms. Smalley,
Second.
second by Mr. DiPaolo. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. The next item is a request to adjust a part-time recreation assistant salary for the after-school program. This is memo number 63. The Recreation Department is requesting to increase Debbie Carr's salary for the after-school programs. After-school instructors, once the participation reaches 10 or above participants, the history has been to increase the salary of the instructor from $75 a session to $100 a session. Debbie has reached over 20 participants in the cartooning class at Columbus Elementary School. This is an after-school program, and she'll have 2 classes instead of just 1. So with Going with History, we would like to increase her salary from $75 a session to $100 a session. Move for approval, please.
Motion by Ms. Smalley,
Second.
second by Mr. DiPaolo. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. Public service announcement for this evening. The senior flyer for October has been placed in the community center and is downstairs in the recreation department. Please take a look for all of those who are 55 and above. In addition, Fall Foliage Festival begins on Saturday at 10 a.m. and runs until 3 p.m. That's at Broadway Field, Volunteer Park, so hope to see you all then. It's a great day. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilwoman Haggis McHale.
Good evening. I have one item only, and it is from Richard Banquet, the Superintendent of Highways. He is requesting authorization to solicit quotes for the 2020 Sanitation and Recycling Highway Department brush schedule booklets. And he's soliciting, and this was reviewed by Michael Reck and approved. And I don't have a cost, the costs that are coming in at the moment, but he's soliciting quotes for these booklets at the moment. I move to approve, please.
Motion by Ms. Haggis,
Second.
second by Mr. DiPaolo. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. I do not believe we have anything for our town attorney's office.
No, that's correct.
Moving on to our schedule of meetings, because the meeting schedule did change this month due to the holidays. Our next work session will be Tuesday, the 22nd at 7 p.m., and our business session will be the 29th at 8 p.m. If there be no further business, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Smalley, second by Ms. DiPaolo. Meeting adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.